Morning, all. It is time for another wonderful show. We will do, I don't know, chill hop, chop. All right. Somebody had requested, one of my friends has requested, front side view of the QuaCk. So we're going to do that real quick. Let's go into illustrations. Front. Hello, Booma. Left. Oh, well, there's that. I don't know what it's centering on. It's centering on something. Good heavens, I have no earthly idea what. So we will zoom in, which takes freaking forever. It's when things are like this that I'm noticing like the engines aren't aligned. Right? Like, who built this model? Oh, wait, that was me. Why is this longer? What in the world? Why is this longer? They should be the same. They're not. I liked it a lot. It was cool. All right. Good morning, Brent. There we go. Right? Tag on this thing is longer. Why? Scale is the same, yeah. Okay. I don't know what I've done here to do that, but that's a thing. So there you go. I don't know. I just worked. We can also do like a bottom view as well, and then do half and half. Because like all the fueling ports and stuff like that are on the bottom. Which reminds me, we're going to have to decide where the next fueling station is for the QuaCk. Because that'll inform which comic they're at a fueling station. Because just sounds like a thing to me. All right. Hey, Hone! How you doing, bro? Good to see you this time. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. You missed a rocket launch last night. We were broadcasting NASA and their rocket launch for reasons. I'm doing good. I mean, we're still plugging along, doing the things, you know. Let's see. If I were to go here. I need the newest one with all of the correct things. Oh, you're modeling houses? Yeah, that's no fun. Why is 2022 4? You know what? I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it. We doing housing now? House modeling. In illustrations, we have kitty-wake renders. And bottom, front, left, top. And we'll do that one just for good measure. No, I don't like that one as much as I like that one. Oh, and it's due tomorrow, bro. It's due tomorrow. That's not good. All right. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. Well, we are definitely well into TLI, though. That's good. Looks like we are. I've been there. I like NASA TV. It says started streaming on December 28th, 2018. Because they just plugged NASA TV into YouTube and then let it go. On how to model? Is that what you're talking about, Booma? How to model your model? Oh, hey, check it. I now actually have a real honest-to-goodness camera, which is rotating slowly. Are they saying accident or are they saying ascent stage? So, if you, I actually use Blender for just about everything. Now, Blender's free, and though somewhat of a pain in the butt, it's not horrible. Well, so I have the volume turned off and the closed captioning on, and so it kept saying accident, 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 and I'm like, are they saying accident, or are they just saying ascent, or and then of course the automatic doodly wop captioning systems like accident sounds good. That's what we think, because nobody would say ascent. So I don't know. I don't know what people are doing over here. I am. So we're not going to work on Airship 27 today. We've got a drive safe meeting this afternoon, and so I'm going to try to finish a couple of the animations. But I promised Rob that I would have this for him, and it only takes a minute. So well, there we go. I mean, there's the Earth. Hey, we live there. Hey, I keep all my stuff there. Yeah. I can see my house from here. Mm. No. And then we will take this picture and put it down here. And then I've already now pre-laid it out so that it already fits the sort of layout and design of Amy. Who's its page? Control Shift I. And we'll put, well, not that color though. Oh, maybe we want this color. Which you won't see anything. D. Yes, I know. I understand that you build physically, not virtually. But I build virtually, not physically. So, my brain. File open. Let's go on ahead and just go back here. Go into shared resources. We'll make this easy so I can be done. That's not easy. I'll grab this guy right here. So, Booma, did you hear that Kevin Lillard passed away? Yeah. He's a good guy. I remember us thinking he was, like something was not right at first, and then we realized, yeah, he's fine. He's totally fine. Right? That was the thing. And I've gone back and screen capped all of the fans view reports on NDK. He did a good job. I mean, legit. It was pretty cool. Guess I'm not gonna. Nobody's gonna come say goodbye to me. I'm gonna cry now. It would be. It would be a big model though. But who knows? I like to try to build in Lego small. So and there goes the downlink. Well, I mean, I could send you the existing 3D model, but you'd be dinking with it forever. I mean, I guess if that doesn't bother you. those control panels, guys. If this wasn't a boilerplate, it certainly is now. So I love this downlink picture from inside the ship. It is such a boilerplate. I mean, there's no controls, there's no consoles, there's one spotlight from the back, you know. Oh, this is so funny. Like, it's a boilerplate. There's nothing in there. Those screens aren't installed. There's no consoles. It's just a boilerplate. Right? Well, and it's getting even more so now because pretty much everything is ballistic, right? I mean, even back in the day, once you got it up into orbit, it wasn't really that difficult to deal with. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to call this one pretty much okay at this point. I'll go ahead and get our titles on here. UMC. Really? There we go. Not yet. Not yet. I haven't really figured out what her colors are. I know that she is likely a gunmetal blue and a drab green. Odds are good. In fact, that's something that maybe I should think about at some point here relatively soon, because we've been working from time to time to make color pictures of things, so haven't quite done a thought process on that yet. Okay, let's put the I got one thing. Because we should add a star field. I've been using these same star fields since I started using them. I built them in a program called Stars in 1990. Okay, I would love to let you try. That would be awesome. 1990. I want to say 1996. Might have been later than that. But back then, I remember when I made them, I was like, wow, these are such massive files because they were like, I don't know, 900 by 900. They were so big. I didn't know what to do. Like, that was huge. I'm up for anybody making models or fan art or whatever, so long as it doesn't, sell better than my existing comics. I don't really care necessarily. I guess. I mean, I guess I could care if it gets too much, but have a ball, have a field day. That's so much fun. Why wouldn't we? Why would you stop that? Why would anybody stop that? It's so much fun. All right. I'm doing this one because Rob, I think, wants to try to build it himself as well. Rob from the Modeler Group. So I feel like that's what he's after. There we go. Oh no, we've gone into darkness over here on the Orion. I don't think so. Rob is part of the modeler group, so I'm wondering if he's going to build it. And the downlink drops. So I don't think he's going to do that. All right. I'll call this save as, put it in illustrations, and say I'll save that. Then I will complete this cycle by going over here. And fix this problem, and then we can move on to the next piece. Alrighty. I'll tag him and then fire it off. And this should be pretty easy. There we go. There. I've completed this task. Hey, Dan. Yes, I stream right here. For better or for worse. Hey, Andrew. Good to see all of you guys. It really does. You were talking about the Orion being very, very small. Well, there you go. Hey, Brent. Dan is looking into getting a 3D printer. Something small or something on the small side. So resin, on the resin side, what do you request? Oh, well, thank you. Or what do you recommend? Thank you, Dan. That's my hero's ship, the QuaCk. Actually, since she's not a drawing, she's actually over here in 3D, which is how I deal with it. That's how I roll, man. This is how I roll. Now, anyway. But I made her so that she can be rendered in 3D to look like. And check this out. Zoom, 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 zoom. I can do all of the controls, like her missile doors open and close. The gear doors open. And the back gear doors open. And the gear doors. If you can click it. If it doesn't get stupid, it gets stupid. But I can put the gear down. Even the landing ramp on the back is extendable. So I use DAZ 3D, DAZ Studio, which is usually used for human modeling, but you can import things you build in Blender. So I built all of the QuaCk in little teeny pieces, all of her little pieces, and then put her into this. I mean, even it's not that one, because this one hasn't been fixed yet, but the end space engines open and close. Yeah, DAZ Studio. I have been inappropriately using programs for a while now because DAZ is easy to use. And so I keep using DAZ Studio for all of this. And it's like not the right program for it. And I know that, but it's like, it's easier to use than anything else. And I like the fact that I can set up pre-poses for it. We haven't set this model up yet, but in a bit here. Yeah, and make sure, by the way, Dan, if you're watching the stream over there, Brent is talking to you directly on this. So I can already tell you right now, Brent, that the Dan is looking to print like Barbie-sized things. So, yeah. So, all right, there we go. But the good news is that at 14, she can handle cleaning and maintaining a resin printer. Should definitely do a better job than I was doing on cleaning and maintaining my resin printer. So there's that. Nothing open, so don't put the landing gear down. All the moving parts on her. On the $4 million. Okay. Well, what? What? He says that like I wasn't like, I was weird or something. I don't know, man. All right. So I'm going to go get my to-do list over here. Gaps in traffic, turnabouts, U-turns, parking spaces, off tracking, 3-second distance. Okay, so we need an intersection that I can take control of. So that's going to be the next big job. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I feel like I think I may have messed it up. Doesn't surprise me in the least. Alrighty. So the next thing we need to do is do the work on, and I don't know why I didn't save it. I don't know what my problem is, but okay. Well, because we need the 4-lane with the 2-lane cross streets. And we need to double its size, or at least increase it enough that this makes some logical sense. There we go. Open landing gears, bays. Okay. I can do that for you at some point here. Certainly. All right. Hmm. I actually will second that with Brent. The biggest pain in the butt with my printer is um, the biggest problem with my printer is that the prints get made and then you have to go through curing, which in for me involves sitting them out in the sun for a day or two and then bring them back in. You have to wash them with alcohol and um, so anyway, so that's I second what Brent's saying. If you go for like I've got a Photon S, it's a great printer. Like I said, you saw the print of the Lochnar, the modified Lochnar, and it turned out really really nice. The So I actually don't have any qualms with it on that one. Um, but I would definitely say that getting a washing and curing station is really cool. Oh, then you could come visit us while you're doing your research. See? Just saying. And maybe by then, what, the glaciers will be over by then? Oh, gotcha. I see. Because you just have to do it. You have to do it the ADD way, don't you? Yeah, just have to. That's funny. All right. Yeah, let's do this. Why is there an underplate? Jerry! Welcome back! You made it to the live stream. All right. What am I doing here? Okay, so this plate needs to move, but there's a plate underneath here, I think. No, there isn't. Okay. We're going to call this. Yeah, I restarted posting my stream on my personal page last night. So a lot of people were like, "Do you still stream?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "I never see it." And I'm like, "Because nobody follows my GS Davis art page, I guess." Which is fine. Nobody has to follow my GS Davis art page. It's all good. Oh, you mean this? Yeah. So, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing at the moment, I actually have considered building this out of my Lego plates as well because it had been funny. This is this is for my driving school. And this afternoon, we have an all teacher meeting. And so I wanted to try to kind of get an idea of what was kind of going on with the all teacher meeting before or try to see if I couldn't find a certain number of animations to roll through. Well, you're sending them to me. Do you want me to forward them to Dan, I wonder if I can just make our PM thing into PM with Dan. Like add people. Do I add people? No. I can just apparently talk to you. Dan and I go back many, many moons. Many, many, many moons. I'm noticing that this guy is just not going to cut it as far as size goes. Okay, good. 1994-ish. Sounds about right. You want scritches. We get visited by George naturally. Maybe earlier. I think so. Yeah, because I feel like I met you at Aaron's house in like 91 or 92. George is helping. George always helps. Yeah, Booma and I go back to the first year of IndieK and just before that, certainly. Yeah, Jana was definitely involved in that. I know that I was hanging with Aaron at the time, but you know. Yes, you are still you, and you're still fuzzy. You're like, that was not enough scritches. Gotcha. You're saying that I'm slacking on the job of scritches. I get it. I get it. Scritch slacking. So much so you're back here again, aren't you? Okay, fine. More scritches then. Year 2. I know, right? Jerry's like, just stop. Please stop. Oh, God. Although when it comes to many moons, this one doesn't have many moons under his belt yet. We got him. He's a COVID kitty. He was a kitten. He was a kitten. See, he was born. This is the cool thing about getting a cat from a rescue shelter who takes in pregnant cats. Because I know the exact day he was born. He was born on Star Wars Day, May 4th, 2020. So we know exactly what day. George. Down to the day. Down to the day. He's like, stop, you're making my ear itch, goofball. So, yeah. Okay. Why did they revoke your lifetime staff privilege, Booma? You've never done anything to blacklist yourself. Is it just that they don't recognize you? Is this a no? You are not done scritching me. I am the cat. You will scritch me. I see, but you can't step on the keyboard. This is how I don't get any work done. Right here. This is exactly how. Oh, okay. I believe, Booma, if you are ever interested in coming back, I will fix that. Because that sounds like somebody who isn't talking to the right people. Rex told you that? Rex told you that? I don't know. That seems so weird. We definitely can afford it. Considering that it's Rex, I'm going to say that that must have been a miscommunication of some sort. Right? I know. Like, you notice how often I've been putting him on the chair behind me. And so what does he do? I put him on the chair behind me. He immediately jumps down, then jumps up here to be right in front of me again. This has become the George show. You no longer work, human. This is the George show. It will always be the George show. Like I said, it's the George show. Is this the George show? Let me turn this into the George show. This is the George show. It's art time with George. George says, I am artist too. That's what I do. I'm an artist. Well, yeah, but you still could visit. Like, the standing rule is that all people who put in a long time history with the con, they get lifetime passes. So helping might be a different story. Although, heck, I'll take you. I'll take you and stick you in the museum. You can hang out in the museum with me. All of us old people. This isn't getting old for you, is it? George is like, I will jump down and I will jump back up. And I will jump down and I will jump back up. All right. So in this instance, the next one, it's Memorial Day weekend. It's every Memorial Day weekend. Or Labor Day. Labor Day weekend. I always get Labor Day and Memorial Day screwed up. It's not going to do it, is it? It's Labor Day weekend. It's Labor Day weekend at the Gaylord. So, see you later. Love you too. Booba. Bye-bye. Well, we haven't always been on Labor Day. We're just locked into Labor Day through 2030. So, or something. I don't know. Some ridiculous time way off into the distance somewhere. So, but we're trying really hard to stay there. First, the last weekend of August, first weekend of September-ish, give or take. So, but it's the reason we say Labor Day is because it's the first weekend of September. But sometimes that ends up being the 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd. You know, because it's always that, I don't know. And then sometimes, you know, it's the 4th and the 5th and the 6th. You know how it goes. Right? And they come visit and hang out with us and do stuff and things, and it's a lot of fun. And you can you can scare the bejeebers out of your wife because you'd be like, what? She'd be like, what is this? All right, we're gonna move over to the drive safe. We're gonna get ourselves some. Yeah. If you can get there earlier, like get there before Thursday, then you and I actually can go out to lunch and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm a director of this convention, and this is a convention of, real world numbers, somewhere in the order of 15,000 to 20,000 people. So it's not a small con. So at some point I'll have it'll get swampy for me, and I'll have a hard time hanging out and doing things. So as the con rolls in, I've got a lot of a lot of jobs to do and tasks and stupid stuff. You know how it goes. And I would love to meet Sophia. Okay, is this the right size? No. You're stupid. Is this the right size? Yes. No. Maybe a little lower than that. Nice. Sadly, our Star Trek con is gone. So we are no longer having Starfest. They closed their doors. All right. Which is really a bummer. All of season 4 all at once. It's a long date. Not a bad date, just a long one. The premiere. That makes sense. All right. I'm going to make a shared turn lane for this. I'm just going to do this to make it easier for me to see what I'm doing. Okay. Who mostly listened. Fair. So we've got ourselves we're going to go ahead and do a shared turn lane. So I'm going to split the difference of this lane so I can get my shared turn lane to be a single car width across. We're not accurate to the actual road. It doesn't really matter at this point because I am just trying to make an illustration for the kid's point of view, right? So we're going to give it a shared turn lane. Let's actually kind of make that slightly bigger, I think. Kind of split the difference a little bit more. Now with this, there we go. We're still going to have to make sure we put in a stop bar for this turn, but at least I will put the shared turn lane in. We'll come back to the stop bar in a second. You get out and you get a stop drink, but don't drink and drive, so that's the way this goes. Right? I get like the weirdest, I like the strangest things I now know. Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's Troy's room. Is to Jerry. That's definitely Troy's room. Is the Indie K. So, good morning, Forrest. And it is, Dan, to you, it is kind of wild. Being a driving instructor, I have learned all kinds of wild stuff. Yeah, I know. I keep sitting there going, somebody put me in charge. I'm sure they hadn't thought this through. But it's been like 6 years and nobody's fired me, so I'm still in charge. I kind of feel like Hudson. Why'd you put him in charge? It's like, I don't know who did this. Somebody's not thinking it through. So, I did. No, I have learned an awful lot about why and how and everything like that for road design. Yes, he loves that stuff. Yeah. Troy is totally into that stuff. That is his thing. It's his thing. Alrighty. So 10 on, 3 off. Do I want to just do this way? Because I could. 10 on, or it's 10 on, 5 off. 10 on, 5 off. 10 on, 5 off. I'm just doing it roughly. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just enough that they can see what's going on. It's cartoonish anyway. The little animations I'm making are cute and cartoonish. The best part about that indicates where a lot of people I have met in the past. Jerry, the best part about that whole theory is that I go to IndieK and I'll play Star Trek Attack Wing because I can. Because Jackie and I will still play Attack Wing and try to kill each other like civilized people. It's an important part of the IndieK experience for me. Okay. Yeah, but that means that Brent still thinks of me as a Geek Tank person, which is funny. I have all these different personas. Everybody remembers me as something different. All right. I'm not liking that as much as I should. You know what? I could swipe the yellow lines from over here, and they'd probably be much more accurate because I think I did a better job of it here. So I will swipe these yellow lines. There we go. This will allow me to right. That's true. You've been with me for 2 years on this stream. So, I mean, at this point in time, I think you probably you know my kid, you know my wife. Pretty good at all of this stuff. Get the family thing going. There we go. All right. Now we have a shared turn lane, which I'm going to go on ahead and pass through this intersection with a shared turn lane so that we can. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh, that was what I wanted to do. because the shared turn lane, the dots stop at the. Oh, maybe. No, not Troy. Troy knows you. Troy knows you pretty well now because you keep being on Geek Tank. Right? Jerry is Jerry. All righty. I have a close personal friend now. Right? Whatever comes with Restream. So the background music, they added this background music function to Restream, which is royalty free, because that's the one thing right now that all of the social media sites are really, really good from your backyard. Yeah, you probably had better optics than NASA. I'm still bitter about this. Um, NASA sucked. So yeah, the all of the social media sites now have an ability to identify sound clips and then file a copyright claim on you. So because of that, Restream has made just generic music that just plays that they've got the rights to and everything, and you can select them and then put it to your show. Because dead silence is kind of weird on a show. So okay, so here's the thing. Like the thing that really bugs me was the camera on the top of the tower, right? Because like that camera, I swear that camera looked like it was on um it was pretty cool. I could see that. That was a lot of thrust. Um but it's like it was like that camera was on like a huge 20-foot arm. As soon as the engine started, it just sat there and did, and I'm like, you know, the Saturn V was a massive monster. I grant that the SLS is a bigger rocket than the Saturn V, but it's not so much bigger that the camera on the top of the tower that's mounted in the same bolts as the one from 1964. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So I mean, like, but why is it? I guess it's because the old camera would probably weighed a half a ton, so it doesn't move as much, and the new camera is a GoPro. So it's just sitting up there rattling. Oh yeah, yeah. You have to watch the. You have to be aware the stream is behind. That's fair. Totally fair. And I don't blame you for that. For reasons we were the Geek Tank crew. Reasons that are still unclear. Huh. That actually is kind of cool. Man, Falcon Heavy. Speaking of another monster, Another massive monster rocket. I love the Falcon Heavy so much. You know, let's not do this. Let's do this. Because really, I'm making this harder. Right? I'm like, okay, so you put the water suppression system right in front of the camera. I mean, you could move the camera it didn't need to go that far to the right. It just needed a little. Oh man. Like, really? Where's my cursor in this game? Where's my cursor? Where are my pants? All right. Duplicate layer. Well, there's a thing. Select. All right. We're just going to match my yellow lines up like so. Two a week. Yeah, the little Falcon 9s. I could see that. I can't believe I'm sitting here saying the little Falcon 9s, because those little Falcon 9s are little now compared to Falcon Heavies and SLSs. And I mean, it's just like, huh. You know, it's like, huh. NASA's showing the replay right now on NASA TV. So if you are curious what we are talking about, not all the Starlink launches will be going that way, though. And it's because Starlink, it depends on which constellations they're putting up on those Starlinks. Alrighty. Lock that into place. Yeah, I mean, they love going polar. I mean, because that's a great thing for Starlinks to do. So I agree. Okay, we can take this down now. And now what we have are legitimate stops with a shared turn lane to join traffic. I feel like I'm missing something. No, I could see that. I could definitely see that. So, where are you, Dan? I mean, what city? I don't need your address. The only reason I asked that is, you know, that Joyce is down there too, right? She's on the other side of the peninsula, but she's on the Gulf side, but she's down there too. Oh, Delaned. Gotcha. she's been trying to convince us to come down and visit her. So I was like, if we did that, jumps the concrete off. But I was thinking, if we did that, I could visit the Cape. I could visit you. I could visit. I could visit her, because she, of course, she's liking the idea of, it's Joyce. She likes her drum circles on the beach, and it's like such a Joyce thing to do. She's so Joyce. And then Disney World. Yeah, see, this is the thing. We stay with you for a launch. That way, if they scrub, I can just keep staying with you. You know what I mean? Like, that's a thing. That'd be definitely useful. The only reason I say that is because I don't know if I could ever get press credentials in, but I might be able to get press credentials. That'd be cool. I mean, most certainly. Schoolie for, yeah. But I mean, that's most certainly you could definitely say the Geek Tank is most absolutely I'm just now looking at this going, there are 4 APUs on there. Which makes sense. Daytona. 30 minutes from the track, huh? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things to visit around you, Dan. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. So keeping on down here. I could see that. All right. I should probably put the little white arrows in there. They do open the shared turn lane for the intersection, though, so I've got to figure out how to. I guess we should probably open it in the intersection itself. I guess it depends on the size of the side road. I should probably also do a version of this with the side road, not in the shared turn lane, and a version with the side road turn lane. You guys are having this wild conversation. All right. Even with this, though, I feel like, oops. Even with this, I feel like we're probably, I don't think we have shared turn lanes that are ever that small. We do, but it's usually into people's driveways. All right, so the answer is that usually, if it's a street, they'll open the turn lanes like so. But we need to make sure we have like a driveway or something so we can show that as well. Because we need to move into the driveways, into the shared turn lanes. So I'll call this one good for a shared turn lane. I'll call this ground shared turn lane. And then I'll hit undo, because what I'm going to do now is be horrible about things and use this here. Let me see. Copy, paste. All right. There we go. All right. I'll move you down to here. Copy and paste. Deselect. All I'm doing now is making I'm patching the grass, so to speak, here. Because this one is when the shared turn lane is not open. All right. So to illustrate the point, I'm going to put a driveway going over here. I think Chrome is the de facto standard, but I also think that um, that either people are starting to struggle against it, which happens an awful lot, or um, it's getting more and more complicated. I would also trust Brent. That's fair. That's fair. All right. So what we're going to do here. Yay! Congratulations, Forrest. Good job. Good job. We need to do some parking. Turnabouts. That's fair. All right. I'm thinking about what I'm doing next. I think what I need to do next is a parking lot. Because there will always be parking lots. So what I think I will do is this. And then this way, I can go on ahead and just put pavement in here for a good parking lot sized parking lot. There we go. We have a parking lot. Because we're going to need a parking lot at some point. But I do need the entrance and the exit to be bigger. And a parking lot's big enough to warrant a break in the shared turn lane. There we go. Yeah, Chrome chews through my resources quite a bit too. I mean, even if you're not talking about your average even just my PC, you know, a box on the table here, even with that, it is totally Chrome chews up resources, and it's a pain in the butt. I mean, I like Chrome, but I'm using Firefox here for this broadcast because Chrome was being a squirrely monster. Don't even do that. Brent is trying to taunt my Alexa. Dang it. It's a read alert. It's a what? All right. You never quite realize how much space parking lots take up until you actually have to pull one together. Right? You're like, read alert. Oh, I get that reference. You're like at the Captain America thing. I get that reference. Ooh, don't do that. Right? Take up a lot of space. Ugh. So big. All right. There's also an easement so that you can have cars drive weirdly, because people do. I don't know if I can rotate this. How much space that'll take up going this way. He really was, and it was really sad because he really didn't deserve that, and he got it anyway, you know? It was still sad. But they all were kind of, I mean, not unlikable. It's not like they were horrible, but they certainly did not work really hard in the characterization. I grew to love them over time, but it was not easy. Okay, well, that's true, but that was a thing. To be fair, That is interesting. Yeah, I won't naysay Hoshi though. Oh, that does not surprise me. It made my parking lot incompatible with with parking spaces. Oh well. We'll fix it. That's fine. It's funny because, that does not surprise me. All right. Oh man, the series finale episode's still brutal. What the hell were they thinking, people? I think the thing that makes me right, making Satan's parking lot. I got to think about this though, because it might be better to move these slots over in the middle and put them in. Because we really kind of want to put it so that it's, if you've got a vehicle. Give me my pen. If you've got a vehicle parked here, I want to be able to teach them how to back out of the parking lot and go forward. Because one of the biggest things that the kids don't understand is off-center and off-tracking. And they don't get the off-tracking part. And so they'll back up and start cranking the wheels over right here. And they don't understand why the vehicle does that. And it's like, okay, so it's a purgatory parking lot. So, but I do think that probably I should make these guys here and then just not have parking spaces there. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, you got to teach kids how to deal with off tracking. But I think these guys should be 3 spots over, so I'll move this over to 3 spots. That should be fine. Yeah, well, my job here is not, in fact, to teach children about correct parking lot design. It's just to teach them how to park in a parking lot properly. So it doesn't have to be a big lot. It can be this big, which would be enough spaces to get the point across and enough to make it complicated and difficult without having to worry about. There. That way I don't have to worry about it, right? Because I mean, like, the lot's still relatively small. It's not a big lot, but we don't need a big lot. I mean, like, we're just making the point of how you're supposed to park. So between Trip and Kaylee, I think you'd have a bizarre combination because Kaylee's likely to get the ship up and running, but it might break. Whereas Trip will get the ship up and running and it won't break. So it depends on how you look at it. I think Kaylee would do it faster, but Trip would do it more reliably. That'd be my take on that. Yeah, I'm going to actually do this all on video. So here's what the ultimate goal of this. Right? I have little cars with little dudes in them. So they're all marked properly. So you can see, and you can even see from inside looking around, so you can actually see what the intersection looks like from the point of view of the car. So that's where we're headed on this one. The best part about this, though, is that I've totally got the boom, doom, 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 boom, it's funnier that way. I can also like pitch it really forward for like a super deceleration, and then I can really accelerate it, you know. And you know, same with the side lanes. I totally did this, and I was having so much fun with like the car screeching to a halt and then rocking back and forth and like all kinds of stuff, and it was just all so much fun. And then I showed it to the rest of the team, and they're like, "Oh, we love these, but if our kids ever did that on the driving test, we'd have to fail them." And I was like, "Man!" And so they were like, "So just make sure that the hero car never does that. Everybody else can, but the hero car can't do that." And I was like, "That's fair, totally fair." The little dude in here also, he can turn his head, and when he does, it actually turns the camera inside there. So, like if you are here and you turn the head, he can actually look both directions, which is very useful. He can nod too, and tilts his head. So that's the thing. I feel like O'Brien is somewhere between Trip and Kaylee, right? Because like O'Brien would fix the thing, and he might jury rig it, but it'll probably hold. You know what I mean? LaForge, on the other hand, is very prim and proper. That was actually like entire plots there were LaForge being told not to be so prim and proper. So I think LaForge would have much more of a problem not doing it by the book. And that was in fact, Scotty even brought that up to him. Yeah. What? Kept telling them the actual time. And it's like, Jordy was not very nice. I mean, to be fair, we have to be fair. So these parking spaces are hard to get out of down these back corners, which I don't think happens very often in these narrow parking spaces like this. Right? Okay, so Right now, NASA is showing a replay of the high-speed cameras on the Saturn V, and I'm noticing that the cameras that they have here are much, much, much better than the cameras that they had for the SLS. I'm just saying. Rockets roaring. Yes. It's green. So I'm going to leave this the way it was. We're just going to duplicate this layer and move it over here. I've taken away my easement. Excuse me. Sorry. Sudden sneeze. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, entirely plausible. I think that, I guess we will at some point. Alien speed dating? You know what? Kirk was pretty old school. I'm going to go with Riker on that one. And I've never played Mass Effect, Dan. I got kind of. I mean, we were so game heavy at Greenwood for so long that now I'm kind of like, ugh, I'm just kind of burned out. That didn't come out like I wanted it to. And so I don't really game that much anymore. I mean, I used to, but now really what I do is I mostly play like Kerbal and SimCity, which I don't actually play. I play City Skylines because it's better. I should. Okay. Right? You're right, though. Handicap's not a bad idea. Although I don't think anybody needs to be. I'm not exactly sure what Brent's talking about, but okay. I mean, other than they do have a T1 from the Cape, but short of that, I'm still not sure what he's talking about. I think in our nightmare scenario, the ones that are, well, it's not a matter of assuming, Forrest. It's a matter of how much money does my company want to spend, and how much into the minutia do I want to get into. So, oh, gotcha. That's kind of funny and kind of intriguing in its own way, you know? I mean, like, yes, but if I teach you how to park in a handicap zone and then we run out of money and I can no longer teach you how to turn left on a flashing yellow arrow, I think that might not go over as well. You know what I mean? Like, therein lies sort of the rub. So, I agree with you on your principle. And if money was no object, this would be a different story. And actually, one of the things I might be doing is making my own YouTube videos out of these. I've already got the cars, and they're cute and they're fluffy and they have fins and stuff. And I built them; they're mine. I mean, I built all of these little vehicles, so it's not like I don't own them. So you mean like just making sure it's actually on here, handicap parking? Yeah, handicap parking though requires a space distance. Like it requires a distance, a different distance. And I'm not saying you're wrong. Just I'd have to respace my spots, so we'll have to figure it out. I may add that in a minute. First, though, let's get in here and put in the sidewalk that goes to wherever is going on here, the business or whatever. I'm sure there's something going on here. Why? Did you not do the thing I asked you to do? You did do a different thing that I asked you to do. Still not the thing I asked you to do, though. Because unlike Photoshop, which will throw an error, clearly we don't do that. That's fine. That's fine. And like right here, that is sort of a slightly larger spot. That is true. Just giving the yeah, I'm looking forward to Kerbal 2 as well. We were watching the launch. We're like, anybody mentioning Kerbal here would probably be a bad idea to mention Kerbal. We're like, oh man, it is definitely one of my favorites, and thank you again. Naturally, I do all kinds of ridiculous things with Kerbal because Kerbal is a ridiculous game, and it's a ridiculously fun, ridiculous game. It's the best ridiculous game ever. And surprisingly accurate. I mean, like, not as inaccurate as you'd think, you know? Failure is always an option. There we go. Feel like we have a parking lot now. I might put the handicap. You know what? I don't think I'll need to extend the lines. I'll just put the handicap parking in there, and then they can just deal, people. Getting anything to go to Duno is fun. Oh, come on, work with me here. It is super brutal trying to get out there. Agreed. There. There's our 2 handicap parking lots just for you. All right. Parking lot complete. Just in time for the show to be over. Save as. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Totally did not go to an ADA website and download it. Absolutely did not do that. That was totally hand drawn. No, okay, maybe it wasn't. But I appreciate it. That's yeah, see, that's my thing. I'm with you, Dan, on this one. But that's, I mean, of course, that, like, I need to explain this to you, Dan. Of all the humans on this planet, I burned out of PvP really quick, relatively speaking, because we were intensely playing. Like when we were doing all the stuff at Transfer and stuff like that, it was all like intensely PvP. And then we discovered we could do cooperative with Descent, which, by the way, Dan, have you seen Overlord or Overlord? I can't remember, but that's Descent, the new modern Descent, but it's only PvP. Yeah, it's pretty much true. James just dominated everybody. It's like playing with Alex. It's the same thing. I mean, if you're going to play like a fight game against Alex, you're just asking for it because he's just going to kill you a lot and you're going to feel stupid all the time. And it's so frustrating. It is so aggravatingly frustrating. So, Overload, I can't remember which one it is, but it's on Steam. It is Descent. It is totally Descent. It's just that they lost the rights to the name Descent. So they've made a modern version of it. But the idiots made it only PvP. Alex is ridiculously good at fight games. And it's just unreasonable. And fighting him with a fight game is just asking for trouble. So anyway, I'm kind of bummed. So, Dan, one of the things that I'm intending on doing at some point relatively soon is getting a joystick and throttle quad so that we can start doing stuff like that. Playing No Man's Sky with a joystick and a throttle quad will be a lot easier, I think. So, yeah, exactly. But I mean, even No Man's Sky is becoming aggravatingly annoying. Now pirates will attack your base on the ground. Before, you could get out of a fight with pirates by just going to a surface and landing. Now they follow you. And so, oh, VR No Man's Sky. Yeah, I'm actually thinking of getting VR soon too. I've been working this box to be my VR slash, gaming machine when we get to that level. But like, I really want to play the new Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I really don't want to play the Microsoft Flight Simulator with hitting H and then, L. And I just got Elite Dangerous because it was on sale on Steam like 2 weeks ago. So, wireless? Huh. Wouldn't have thought that wireless was going to work, but let's see here. Tags. What am I running? Because I know I'm... Because... Where's my video on this thing? I don't know where my video is on this. Oh. Go to my device manager. I keep forgetting what I have for my video. Where's my video adapter? Right there. Yeah, I've got a 1660 Ti as well. So I thought I had a 1660, but I was like, I don't know. I don't want to say that and then find out that I really don't have a 1660 Ti. So, yeah, I feel like that's kind of a thing. So it's one of those kind of things where I've got Elite Dangerous, and I feel like Elite Dangerous is, well, dangerous, mostly to my free time. I feel like that's going to happen if I get too caught up into it. But Elite Dangerous was definitely where I was feeling like we needed to kind of be okay. Oh, that's not bad. That makes some sense. I've actually been thinking about doing that as well because I've got a 70 ohm cable comes through the wall down here, right at the floor, and I can see it going outside and running along for the old cable runs. So I think I might be able to move my router up here, and if I move my router to right there, just below the eye line right here, then I could run Cat 5 straight into this instead of running wireless, which is what I'm doing right now because I don't have much of a choice because there's just no cable. So anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to go eat lunch. You guys should eat lunch too. I think that'd be great. Really should eat lunch. So I'm going to go eat lunch and you guys can go eat lunch and stuff, except for Dan, who's like 2 hours ahead. So now it's 1. So I'll be back on again tonight at 10 o'clock Mountain if you want to join me. And then I'll be on again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Oh, Matt just shows up just in time. It's all right, Matt. I'll be there. I'll be here. It goes on. So, but that's all right. I'm glad to see you, Matt, in each way, even if you just show up for, but I'm hungry and I'm not going to eat on here because the noise. That's just it. It's good to see you, Forrest. I miss you too, man. It's always good to see you, Dan. I definitely miss you guys too. So I miss all of you guys, and I'll see you guys later on. I'll be back on, like I said again, 10 o'clock tonight, Mountain Time. And then I'll be on again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So until then, as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye. You didn't say my parking lot sucked. It's fine. Bye-bye.